Hey, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word and truth and sincerity. And Shalom to you believers out there, the Aki and Wa Akwati. So, what I was just thinking about is, for all of us mainly, but I wanted to put it out there that we need to have a all-in mindset, and it really came too from when I was reading, the Maccabees last night. So we need to have an all-in mindset, because when you go into the story of the Maccabees, they had an all-in mindset, all right, and that's the mindset that we have to be in, all in, putting all the chips in the table. All right. And a good way of doing that is staying in the scriptures, having our heads buried in the scriptures. All right. And, being hot, being hot, not cold, not lukewarm, being hot, So when you in Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, because, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the more you buried into it, okay, abiding in the work, all right, then, you don't give your mind up to mischief, all right, all in. Ecclesiasticus 6, starting at 22, it says, "For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many." And that wisdom is speaking about the wisdom of these scriptures, not being a pediatrician or something like that, even though, hey, if you got that knowledge, that wisdom, that's cool. But having this wisdom, okay? Isaiah 33 and 6, the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time, especially in the times that we're coming into. It's going to be very, 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 very key to our mental, even could be physical stability, having the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, being all in, okay? Verse 23, "Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain." Right. Being a prisoner of this knowledge. All right. Abide in the work daily, whether you teaching, studying, listening to lessons, things of that nature. Okay. Always in the work. Always some portion of your day, according to your lot, brothers and sisters. I know out there, y'all got different things going on. You might have family, kids, different things. It's not saying, ignore those things, but, we got to be hot, again, according to our lot, all in. All right. Verse 24 again, "And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain. Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power." Right. With your whole heart is according to your lot. Hey, if you might have kids, couple kids, 3, 4, 5 kids, whatever, according to your lot, you got to work 2 jobs, whatever. But at some point, you need to be buried in these scriptures some type of way. All right, all in. Verse 26 again, "Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power." All right, and that's gonna bring me to, all right, because our Lord Yahweh Shah spoke about this as well. When you go to Matthew 7, all right, and I'm gonna start at verse 27. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 24. "Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, okay, which built his house upon a rock." All right. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability. All right. You build your house upon a rock, you're going to have that, stability. All right. "Which built his house upon a rock, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock." See, that's stability. All right. Knowing, the average person, when they see the news, they hear certain things going on the planet Earth, they're shooken up. They don't understand why it's happening. But we that's in the know, all right, thanks to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we're not as taken by them like them. Okay, why? Because our house is built upon that rock. We all in. All right. Verse 25, Salaki, verse 26, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which buildeth his house upon sand, all right, unstable. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. See, because they wasn't rooted and grounded in his word. All right. They was and another thing, we're fighting for what? That incorruptible crown. Okay. Being all in. We got something to look forward to. Okay. Us brothers, we trying to, be in that government. We're trying to be of that first fruits. We're trying for salvation. All of us, ultimately. Salvation is number one before you could think about, the 144 and things of that nature. Okay. We're really just trying to get salvation. Okay. From the times ahead. All right. That's the main thing. Even if you're 1/3, hey, you see what I'm saying? So we're fighting for that incorruptible crown, okay? Because you have people like, let's say, Tank, Gervonta Davis. He's a boxer, he trained. He probably got a certain diet, a certain way he do things and a certain lifestyle to be a champion, all right? But his crown is corruptible because, one day he's going to get old. He's not going to be able to box, things of that nature, all right? And this world, and when I say world, this eon, this age, is most definitely circling the drain. So, the belts and all of the trophies and even the money and the fame, all that's going to be done. But see, in the kingdom of heaven, everything is going to be forever. All right. Nobody's going to be able to take your crown, or you're not going to get old where it's like, all right, yeah, he was king, but, Esau and them came and took. No, it's going to be for an everlasting thing. All right. That's the importance of being what? All in. All right. So now when you go to First Maccabees chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, now this is when Antiochus Epiphanes, all right, had, basically besieged Jerusalem. All right. He was putting hell on Israel. All right. But I'm jumping to the point. All right. Verse 15, it says, in the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city of Modin to make them sacrifice. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. All right, because, they had profaned the temple. All right. And they was doing, they was making, they was doing profane sacrifices upon the altars and things of that nature. All right. So verse 16, and when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together, then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with his sons and brethren. Now therefore come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Okay, yeah. And the men of Judah also, because you had wicked Israelites that was, consenting to these heathens like today. All right. But continuing on, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem, so shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends. All right. So he's giving them an ultimatum. All right. You can be cool with us and, do these abominations and fulfill the king's commandment, or, not, and get what's coming to you. And thou, continuing on, so shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. See, and you have that going on today. Verse 19, then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice through all the nations that are under the king's dominion, obey him and fall away, every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. See, all in. Most High forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion either on the right hand or the left. So here's what you see. And you know what we're looking at is what? Example of being all in. All right. Because he was promised silver and gold and many rewards, but they were all in. They had an all in mindset to what? Follow the law, statutes, and commandments and ordinances of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All in. All right. And this is the mindset that we have to practice. We have to be in. Okay. It's going to be very, very important to salvation. All right. Now that's going to take me back to when you go to Matthew. All right, chapter 19. Wait, I'm right now. Let me see something. Yep, Matthew 19, verse 27. What do it say? Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. And that's a dang on good deal, 100-fold, man. All right. It's like investing $1 and getting 100, basically, in layman's terms. All right. Who wouldn't invest $1 to make 100? Okay. But you notice right there, it had what? Houses, brethren, sisters, for all things that's important to us, okay? It was a point trying to be made. It could have said all that for sake of your money, even though that's what it's talking about, but your money, your job, your girlfriend, or no, it went to sister, father, mother, wife, children, lands, things that we hold dear to us, okay? Really, that money can't buy, all right? See? But now that don't mean you just go home or, you just be like, you just put your kids out. Or not, they 70. You just, no, y'all living with y'all grandma now. No, it's just saying that, this is the all-in mindset. Anything that's hindering you from being in this walk, it needs to be cut off, okay, as well. All right? You're going to have to forsake a lot of people and things to be a follower of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost. All right, but this was just something I was thinking about and was like, hey, let me put it out here. Okay? Now, when you go to Revelation 20, in verse 4, it says what? And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua. All right, because you know that we're going to have martyrs. There's going to be martyrs in this thing. All right, all in mindset. All right, it's going that's a example of an all in mindset. When you got to face the guillotine, that's an all in mindset. Why is that? Because that person knows ultimately the spirit was put on them to go through it, but that comes from what? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, number one. Number two, being in the scriptures, understanding what's to come. If you just grab a person just randomly off the street and tell them, hey, they're going to get beheaded, follow this way of Yahushua, or you get beheaded, they might choke. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand what's going on. All right. But being in these scriptures, you brothers and sisters out there understand what that means to have that all in mindset and be beheaded for the testimony of Yahushua. Okay. Continuing on, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with a Mashiach 1,000 years, the first fruits. This is what we fighting for, brothers. All right. To be joint heirs with Yahushua. All right. In the first 1,000 years. This is what we fighting for. Even the sisters is fighting for that salvation, to be the wives of those men. Okay, getting that salvation, being of the 1/3. Okay, this is that incorruptible crown. But we gotta have an all-in mindset. All right, all in, no matter what. All right, again, speaking to myself first and foremost. Now, 2nd Esdras 2, starting at verse 42. And I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. That's speaking about Yahushua. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns. See, incorruptible crowns at that. Best believe. And was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now they are crowned, all right, and receive palms. See? Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, see, Yahushua, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly, see, so stiffly for the name of the Lord. All in, okay? This is the goal. This is the task. This is the mark. All in mindset. All in actions. All right. This is it right here. So, I just wanted to put this out there. Lord willing, it was edifying and uplifting. To the next lesson, Shalom.